Yeah, so when it comes to reversal patterns, we have mainly three major patterns that we look at. So we have a double top, a head and shoulder. Then we have a double bottom, inverse head and shoulder, opening shoulder. A double top, we're going to see it by 2 points are rejecting at the same level, forms sort of like an M. You have a triple top, which has 3 points at the same point, and it forms like a W, but it goes up and down. You have a head and shoulder. Here, head and shoulder is the same as your upper structure. You have your shoulder, you have your head, and you have other shoulder right there. We look upright. You have a double bottom. You have 2 points that are reversing at the same point. So basically, it's just the double top upside down. Triple bottom, same story, just at down. Then you have your inverse head and shoulder, then shoulder bottom, just this upside down. Now, the thing about these patterns, this is a textbook pattern, find them like this. But when it comes to the market, they won't always look like this. Meaning that you'll find a double top, but it won't be symmetrical, or it won't be in level. You'll find 1 point there, and this point can be a little bit lower other than touching there. Same applies to triple top. You'll find 1 point there. This can be lower, or this a little bit lower. It won't be always like this. Same as head and shoulder. You might find it sideways. Same applies to these ones as well. What I mean that, here's my note. What do I mean when I say that you won't find them symmetrical? Oh,
Can I please ask a question?
what are you saying?
Can I please ask a question?
Okay.
What does bearish and bullish mean?
Oh, bearish, it means it's going down. Bullish, it means it's going up.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. So, when it comes to the double top, then it went right. So when I mean that, you won't find them being symmetrical. Sometimes you can find a double like this. Now this being at this point and this here. It's not like here. It's not like here. Like here. So it's not always symmetrical. But mostly in the market, you'll find ones like this. You'll also find another one like this. So the points are not symmetrical. Same as head and shoulder. You can find your head and shoulder, one being like this. It's not symmetrical like this. Same as the triple bottom. Find a triple bottom being like this. And these are the type of patterns that you'll mostly find in the market than this textbook. They do form this, but mostly you'll find the ones that are like most of it. So let's just go here and go to the market. Let's come to the market and identify. So we have our double top, double bottom, have a triple top and triple bottom and head and shoulder. We have a double one. Here's our line. 1, 2. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Let's look for another one. You have a double bottom here. One. Let's check this one here. You have a double bottom here, and the triple top right there. 1, 2, 3. You see, it's not symmetrical. 1, 2, 3. Here's a head and shoulder here. Shoulder, head, and head and shoulder. Like that. Then 1, 2, 3, triple bottom here. A double top, symmetrical. Like that. There. Double bottom here. Triple bottom right here. Double top right here. Triple bottom right here. Right. So if you look in the market, you see them. This is a head and shoulder. Double top right here. Head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, shoulder. And it takes practice for you. Sometimes you'll spot them immediately. Double bottom here. Head and shoulder right there. Sometimes you'll spot them immediately. Sometimes it will need you to take your time. That's where you see them. Double top right there. Triple top right there. Triple top here. So we get them just like that. So they are not always symmetrical. As you can see, most of them in the market, if you look at them, they are not just like that. So these are reversal patterns. They are the beginning, most of the time, was structure. Once you start to learn market structure, these are the type of things that will start to look at the beginning or an end of a structure. Now, the other thing, as you can see also, this one is symmetrical. It's a textbook one. The double top. And also this one, textbook one. Here's another one there. It's not symmetrical. The double bottom. Trying to see. Okay, here's a head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Here's another one. Shoulder, head, and shoulder. Here's another one here. Shoulder, head. We did another right there. Here's one. Then a shoulder there, a head, shoulder right there. Shoulder, head, shoulder. So those are the things that we usually look at, or we spot. Now, there is a difference between a double top, a double bottom, and an M pattern and a W. They look the same, but the approach in terms of trading it not the same. That's why now we get introduced to necklines. Neckline. A double top, normally, in terms of approach, trade it here, same as well as the double bottom, trade it here. That's where we trade the double top and the double bottom, right there. Provided that this level is a major resistance. This level. So we're going to look at structure. What is structure saying? Right there. We get our M. But our M's and W's, when it comes to your M and your W, we put them here. Yeah. So our entries normally come once it breaks the neck. That's the difference of double top and double bottom with M's. So basically, a double top formation of an M, double bottom of a W. An M and W has formed. We look at the necklines, and that's where. So necklines. How do we it comes to a head and shoulder? You are going to have a left armpit and a right armpit. Have your left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Where your left shoulder tends to make a head, and where the head tends to make a right shoulder, comes your armpit. Put the line from your left armpit to right armpit. And when you put the line there, that becomes your neckline of that head and shoulder. So necklines, they can be in an angle and they can be you can take this one reference point, it will be this armpit, armpit. Then as it moves, it becomes line. Okay. Also this one in same story here. Left armpit, right? And you had your neckline. Now this is symmetrical. Your neckline is also your resistant point. It right armpit and the neckline complements the resistant. Here, the neckline, it's in the angle, left armpit. Now, when it comes to the double top and double bottom, the necklines, let me find a proper one. The proper one there. You use your first 10, this 10, and the nose, the middle part there, and that becomes your neckline. Also, it is not always straight as well. Let me find an example. What I mean that you're not find it straight. Here's another one. There we go. This one, you can see the neckline. It's not straight. First 10 right there, and just the neckline, it's skewed. Like to remove the 10 and the nose, then the neckline became skewed. Also, here, normally here they didn't the 10 like this. They just like, but you use your 10 and your nose, you're going to have a neckline like that. Like that. If you find a neckline put like this, it's because maybe when you go to a smaller time frame, you'll find there's a 10 here, and they use that one as a reference. But usually, look at the 10, the nose, the neckline there. The 10 and the nose or the middle part, get the neckline. And sometimes they symmetrical.
I
Now let's
have a question.
pardon?
I have a question.
Okay.
When you refer to the turn, right, what exactly are you referring to? Because I can see like the places you're pointing at, but like, is that like the beginning of the,
You have,
let's say like the shoulder?
no, you have, yeah, you have a double top.
Yes.
When you have a double top there, this will be your reference point. You look at your first, at your leg right there.
Yeah.
I mean the top there. You can see this was a retest.
Okay.
It came down.
Yes. And then went
like
back
that.
up. Yes.
So this point becomes very important. We take the point there,
Yes.
and our point there. So just say the first 10 there, and there, then it becomes your neckline.
Neckline. Okay. And then where does it stop?
It stops
I see.
Here. Because right here, this is where we'll get our increase.
Okay.
So normally, take and you go like this. Then when the market now reaches this point, it breaks right here, breakout.
Yeah.
That's where you get your entry.
Okay.
So we're going to go, let's go to the live market and we'll check them out. Now, we use this as our double top. Yeah? Let's use this as our double top. For example, we're going to use this point here and that point there. So as you're using that point there and that point there, you can see your major 10 there, and there you had here. This becomes your line. Let's go find a proper one. Let's look for a proper one in the market. Okay, head and shoulder, the neckline is simple because you just go to the right armpit and your left armpit, then you put the neckline right here. Here, you can see the market up there went and retested the line, and it went all the way down. Just find a proper double top there. Now, in terms of this one, the double top right there, you can see the market just shows like that. To go to a smaller time frame, market that smaller time frame. In terms of this one, you can see it doesn't have like your 10 nearest 10 there at that moment, and you can't take this and this and say no, this neckline, because you can see it's even cutting your thing. So normally in these ones, when we use horizontal lines, that's our necklines. Just like this picture here. Here. You don't have a 10 there. It becomes our neckline. And it's a very proper neckline because of, you can see this has support, this support, this. The double top, it broke out. The neckline becomes more stronger. Resistant lines, right? Here's another one here. You check nearest first 10. Here we go. 10. Here and there. There was your neckline. Put it. That was your neckline in terms of that one. You got this one, you didn't get it right there. Your first one here, and that's this where you see when it came here, and it came here, it reacted until it broke the neckline. Let's look at the other one. Here's a double one there, 10 here, 10 here. There we go. You got your neckline there. Out. Now into that neckline right there. The market price action, then to the neckline. Now, you will see in most of our analysis when we'll normally use our horizontal lines as necklines. Then we use the other ones as complementary to our horizontal lines. Like for an example, if we're trading this double bottom here, I'll have a horizontal line there, You know that. So this one is, and let's see, it's obvious because the neckline first 10 right there, it's same as the, I'm going to look for the things current. Let's look at this hidden here. You have a horizontal line there. Then you have shoulder, head, and you have this small shoulder there. Then you use your left armpit and your right armpit right there. Left armpit. So it means you're in the neckline and the horizontal line are complementing each other. They are saying more or less the same thing. Let me look for this here. Over here, you have, let's say, a line right there. Ticks. Then we have left armpit, right armpit. There we go. You can have your shoulder, head, and over here. See what's happening here? The neckline and the horizontal line, they all support that. Instead of yourself into being here, it will have been on the neckline and that one another. Sometimes they come at the same point, but most of the time they should support. And as time goes on, when you can see, there will be no need to even draw them like this. They'll just be horizontal lines, neckline, speak more or less language. Our necklines. Same story here. Horizontal line. We use this reference here. If we get that neckline that I showed earlier here, same language. Neckline, horizontal line, speak the same language. Short out. They complement one another. They complement one another. For here, we had this potential right there. Right there, you had this horizontal line right here using point. The neckline walk out there, giving you around line, giving another entry right. See what the horizontal line. We got the confirmation of, so they complement. Yeah. That is, get your neckline. In your neckline, it's not the trend line. Here's a trend line following this up. Your neckline follows. So you got the neckline breakout, you got the retest, then it. So trend line and the neckline are not always the same. Even though sometimes they can look similar because they're moving in angles, but they're not. It's a neckline of a particular that we look at. We look at left armpit, right armpit in our M's and W's. We look at the test 10 and the 10, then we can get our neckline right there. This one, because horizontal line and the neckline support one another, that's why they ended up putting it like that. 10, and your middle part proper. Any questions?
No question from my side.
We are all okay. I believe that we are all covered.